Yo, how's everybody doing? This is Kenya Revolutionary. Karibu Karibu. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, friends, enemies and comrades, this is Kenya Revolutionary for another session. My plan is to stay here for an hour, but I might not stay for an hour. You know, there's so much happening, so many happening. I'm so busy. That's why I'm not going live every day. But hey, I'll try. Every time I get time, I'll hop in, and speak to my people. Anyway, whatever you're joining from, whether you're from Africa, South America, America, Antarctica, Europe, Asia, Australia, New Zealand, Karibu, Karibu sana, Karibu sana. I'm freezing because my. All right, this is not good. This is not good. I am frozen. Sorry, my people. My people. Safa A. Okay, there you go. I'm back. Yeah, I've been having, connection problems. But hey, the first order of the day, the first order of business is to like the video before you even do anything. Like the video, and if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. What are you waiting for? Yo, kabato napo. Yeah? Hey, chop. Weka yo bato napo. Subscribe. Anyway, as I say, I don't know how long I'll stay here, but we want to touch on a few things. As you can see, the AUC challenge for Raila AUC challenge for Raila, it's getting a little bit complicated because there's a lady from Somalia saying, you know what? I'm not backing out. I'm going toe-to-toe with Raila Odinga. I don't care if he's a big shot in Kenya, but I'm from Somalia. I have some PhD on whatever the case is. I'm just as qualified and I'm ready to go toe-to-toe with Raila Odinga. And I'm not stepping down. I'm a lady and I'm qualified and I'm from Somalia, East Africa, which is the next, as you guys know, it's the East African turn to get to get somebody for nominated from AUC. So this is a great challenge. But we'll read about this. I'll freestyle my way through this hour. We'll go through every news and any news. Okay. There's floods going out in Nairobi. I don't know what's going on in Nairobi. I don't know what Sakaja is doing. Sakaja just mentioned that he wants to anataka kubuild magorofa in Nairobi. How many story building while Nairobi is flooding? People are asking, hey, Sakaja, ulituambia umenunua maboats ndio floods zikikuja watu waanze ku hey, Sakaja, Johnston. Hey, ulituambia, where are those boats that you told us that you ulitumia hizo mapesa ununue hizo maboats ndio sasa flood ikikuja watu waanze ku float up around the city. The drainage system in Nairobi is horrible. And this falls back to you, Sakaja. I'm sorry. Sifuna, where are you? Sifuna. Edwin Sifuna, Omwami. You should be asking questions. Ita Sakaja umulize, hey Sakaja, ile pesa tulikupatia ya kununua hizo mafloaters na hizo maboti, sijui manini, makanuma, sijui nini. Dani, Omwami. Ask Sakaja. So you know oversight, over the county, Nairobi County. Nani, Sifuna, I want you to put Sakaja on the limelight. Muliza maswali makali. Why is the highway flooding? I saw a picture of those highway. People have been posting about the highway. It's embarrassing. This is a toll. It's people pay toll. Toll to kuendesha kwa hiyo highway. But the highway is unpassable. The maji imejaa kila pahali. There's no poor drainage system. And there's some drainage pipes that are supposed to, direct that water to somewhere else where it should avoid the flooding of the highway. What kind of planning was this? Karibu, Miss Wilborn. Like the video, tafadhali. Miss Wilborn is telling me, Sakaja only had dimples and cute smile to offer. I knew it from the beginning. Alikuwa na dimples to Sakaja wewe, you should be impeached. Sakaja, she should be impeached. I'm telling you. I don't know, you have that little beef between you and what's his face? The Embakasi East, Babu Owino. this is why people are arguing that Babu Owino will win if he runs for governor. Because, I mean, what are you doing? What are you doing, Sakaja? What are you doing? What do you do from Monday morning? I work. Sijui lazima I work or something like that. I work. Sijui I work. Sijui. What's the Ninio? What's the Sakaja? Be serious. Be serious with your life. How long have you been there? Sakaja, Johnston. Sakaja. You need to be impeached. You need to be impeached, Sakaja. Vile Mbakasi moto iliwaka huko, you are in South Africa enjoying your birthday in Nio. I saw Esther Passaris was in South Africa also. Esther Passaris ako South Africa enjoying life. I'm not saying, unajua Esther Passaris huwa amependa limelight. Kikitu kikifanyika utamwona kwa ninio kwa aeroplane. Oh, I'm on my way. I just got an emergency. I have to go back and attend to my people and make sure that everybody is okay. I had to stop my meeting in South Africa, so I'm on my way back to Embakasi because my people of Nairobi need me. So stop. Stop it. Stop it. Wewe, Passaris, Sakaja. Babu Owino, I want to see you also. Babu Owino, haven't seen anything from you. It's been more than 10 hours to 24 hours. I'll just say kitu. Did Babu Owino say anything? Mtu aniambie. These are your leaders. Sifuna wewe unakimbia huko unaambia watu mambo sijui constitution sijui nini. Where are you, Sifuna? I want to see you asking questions. Sifuna, where are you? This is ridiculous. Ridiculous. It's not funny anymore. Wacha tuangalie maneno hapa. Tuangalie. Mko ready? Let me play you a couple of videos that will show you how mambo iko huko. This is unbecoming. Where are our leaders? Murkomen. Kipchumba. Murkomen. Accidents are happening left, right and center. Uko wapi? Minister of Roads and Transportation. Unafaa utueleze kwa nini hiyo highway haina ninio. Najua utakuja hapa utuambia ati sijui Uhuru waliweka hii maneno au Uhuru ndio alijenga hiyo kitu. But you are supposed to see that the highways are well maintained and are safe for our Kenyan passengers. Murkomen is responsible. Sakaja needs to answer. Babu Owino needs to be shown. Tunataka kuona Babu Owino. We want to see Sifuna for oversight. Watu wote. Passaris, we don't care about you. Passaris, you don't even count. So. Passaris doesn't count. Passaris does not count at all. Passaris should be, I don't know how she can be removed in that. Does she get impeached? Somehow she was nominated. I don't know what she do. What does Passaris do for a living? Social bimbo. Our leaders, yawa. Hey, wacha tuangalie. Let's see. Miguna wrote something about this. I'll just read about this very quickly so that we can see how the vile mambo imeharibika hapa. This is not unacceptable at all. Like the video, ladies and gentlemen, brothers, sisters, friends, and comrades. Lakini haraka. Let me show the video just so you can get a glimpse of what's happening. I'll get to the Raila part. Don't worry. I'll get to the Raila part. Raila is the main male today, like always. But let's get to this. All right. Serious business. Let's get to this. Miguna posted something about it. It was not only Miguna. There's several people who are like using that in New, and they were talking about how terrible. Look at the water. Unaona maji hapo. This is. Look at the water. Who can drive on this kind of conditions? No. And what's the caption there? Nani ameandika? Kenyans call this river an expressway, and they are charged to drive on it. Yes, you're charged. Unalipa ninio. Unalipa toll in order to go through that. Okay, that's the sad part. Alafu Sakaja anatuambia nini hapa? Let's listen to Sakaja. Sakaja is telling us something.
Base coming down this
with his dimple.
Niliomba rais, kulikuwa na restriction ya height ya manyumba. Sana karibu na airport. Isilia base coming down this way. Niliomba rais tulipozindua manyumba za Kiambio na pia manyumba za hapa Kamkunji, that the reason there was the airbase built zamani was to evacuate the president sa ile ya emergency. Akitoka State House kama kuna dignitary, wakati emergency apelekwe haraka haraka Isili apandishwe ndege. Nikamwambia rais, leo ukajaribu utakwama hapo kwa traffic. That it can't work. You know, you cannot be evacuated through Isili anymore. So tutolee your restriction. I'm very happy. Rais amesikia akakubali. The height restriction has been removed. We are going to go up even up until 25 floors kwa hizi manyumba tunajenga. Na watu wa Nairobi waelewe vizuri. Kwa sababu nimesikia watu wakilalamika pande ya Kileleshwa, pande ya Lavington, ati manyumba yetu ilikuwa 1 story, ilikuwa nyumba ndogo, sasa apartment imekuja. Nairobi is 696 square kilometers. In 2050, Nairobi itakuwa na population ya 10.5 million people. Tutapanua Nairobi? Hapana. The only place we have to go is up. Hiyo ndo ardhi tumebaki nayo, hiyo ndo hewa tumebaki nayo. The only thing we need to do, and I'm glad we are working with you, ni kuongeza mambo ya sewerage, mambo ya maji, mambo ya drainage, ili zile nyumba ambazo tunajenga ziko na capacity ya kufanya sewer na kufanya pia maji ifike.
Did you just hear what that man said? Did you hear what he just said? Sakaja is telling us. Okay, so Sakaja is telling us this, that Nairobi is going to be overpopulated. Basically, that's what he's saying. By 2050, there'll be 10 million people in Nairobi. Nairobi is how many square feet? So where will those people be? We can't expand Nairobi. We can't expand it. So the solution is to build high rises. You know, high, easy money. These tall buildings, whatever you call it. I forget. So Sakaja is saying to Sakaja, governor of Nairobi, Sakaja Johnson. So you're saying the population will be so much in Nairobi and there'll be nowhere for people to go. High rises. Thank you, Miss Mary. Ati sasa solution ni kujenga hey. Sakaja. And he said the drainage, also they are going to take care of the drainage na hizi manyumba of 24 floors ambao wanataka kujenga zitakuwa with good drainage. Kuna kitu inaitwa city planning. Sakaja needs to just Google that. Unajua siku hizi kila kitu is fingertips. City planning. Sakaja, city planning. You can learn how, if you have a densely populated city, okay, the solution is not necessarily to build high rises, these tall buildings for people to live in, okay? That is not the solution. I'll even give you a layman's understanding of how you can improve the situation in Nairobi. Okay. So, number one thing, Sakaja should sit down and think. All these people that are moving to Nairobi, okay? Sao umesema kutakuwa na 10 million by 2050. So, which you're implying that there are so many people who are moving in the city, okay? Now, if I'm a layman, somebody who has some sense of some sense. If I know people are going to be trying to move to this city, okay? And I cannot accommodate all of them. Number one, I should ask myself, are these people, are they coming to live here? Are they working in the city? Are they, what is bringing them to Nairobi? Most likely it's job. Sindio? Job ndio inawaleta hapa Nairobi. Now, why can't you do this? If I'm a thinking person, the number one thing I would do is, how about you have, before you even get to the city, kabla tujaingia kwa city vile unataka kutengeneza hizi maneno muhimu. And I'll read Miss Mary's Wilbon's comment in a minute. Why can't you have a reliable, cheap transportation system? Okay? Cheap, fast transportation system. Now, we always give we give examples of these great cities like Tokyo, New York, Chicago, Madrid, Spain, Beijing, Shanghai, all this. What do they have in common? Even Paris, if you go to London, all these cities. Yes, majority of people come work in the CBD or the surrounding areas, okay? Because huko ndio kuna majob, my industry, whatever the case is, right? So, if you have a cheap, public, fast, reliable means of transportation, let's say hizo maninio zinaitwaje, what do you call them? These trains, there's a name for it. There's a name for these trains. Today English imepotea kabisa. These trains, these rails zinakimbia underground and whatever the case is in all these major cities. Why do they have those? It is because since they're very, very, very easy, my trains for the most part, they are very punctual, okay? Kuna times in a delay for whatever reason, but for the most part, they're very punctual, okay? They're very fast, very reliable, and they are relatively cheap. Why do they have these rails in big cities? Because unaweza pata mtu anaishi the outskirts of Nairobi, even as far as Machakos, Thika, outside Thika, Kiambu, whatever the case is, okay? So you find that instead of people kukuja wote hapa Nairobi kuishi hapo, you can have people working in where? People who live in Machakos wanachukua a train which takes like 30 minutes, 30 minutes train ride or 15 minutes train ride to the Nairobi CBD to where they're going to work, wanafanya kazi, alafu wanaondoka, okay? So it's not as congested. See, everyone lives in Kibera, everyone lives in Kileleshwa, or whatever the case is. So you have to, yes, how high-speed trains and bullet trains, yeah. Bullet trains is only in some parts in China and China and Japan. I don't think US doesn't have bullet trains, but they do have high-speed trains. Actually, subway, they call it subway, okay? They're not high-speed, but they are reliable, okay? Chicago, Washington, LA, you name it, big cities, they have it. ATL, Atlanta, they have those. The reason why is so that watu ambao wanafanya, you can have people who live, let's say in Machakos, wanachukua hiyo train, wanakuja wanafanya job Nairobi, alafu they can afford to go out. Wanarudi huko Machakos kuishi. Wanakona nyumba Machakos, that's where they stay, they come work in Nairobi CBD, and they go back. So the city itself, it has a huge number of people, but si kila mtu lazima akuja crowd within Nairobi. That's why you see the city is so congested, ikifika rush hour, nini. I mean, it's so much, which is fine, but the whole point is, people, even if you look at New York is very busy. I'll use New York, for example. Most people work within the New York, because there's New York City and there's New York the state. I'm talking about New York City, okay? So there's a lot of people who work in New York City or with the surrounding, within the city itself. But most of them live outside of the city. So unapata watu wanakuja wanafanya kazi, okay, within the New York City, all right? Ndio maana unaona kuna watu wengi, but they stay outside of the city. So unachukua unaona they have these trains, like the same thing with Paris. There's this wonderful train station. It's the main train station in Paris, okay? Ukienda hapo between 4 and 6 and 7, people are so crowded. Kuna watu wanakuja wanachukua train, they work within Paris, then ikifika evening unaona wanachukua train zao, the people who live in Versailles, whatever, Madeleine, well, that is Paris within Paris. But the point is, they don't stay within the city. They take these trains wanatoka. Okay? So, yes, the city is crowded, but it's not crowded as far when it comes to people who live there. That's number one thing, okay? That's number one. That's just a single whatever. Transportation. Because you can have, because the reason why these people are moving to the city is because the jobs that they get are within the city. That's why they try to live within the city, okay? So that's why we have this crowded. So if you have a effective, reliable, cheap way of transportation, not everyone needs to come to the city and live in the city near their jobs. They can afford to stay in Machakos and take a 30-minute train ride or 15-minute train or 20-minute train ride to the city, work, alafu wanachukua nini train, and they go back to Machakos, okay? So that's one way of looking at it. You're alleviating this whole housing problem ya kuishi hapa congestion within the city of Nairobi. Okay, that's number one. Number two, you have to have better planning. Okay, better plan. This ties in with whether it's the social housing and the housing, affordable housing, to use the affordable housing that Ruto has been telling us about. That's why some of us were saying these things should be inafaa waiweke kwa majimbo, ikuwe majimbo issue. It's a devolved thing, because the housing needs in Nairobi is not the housing needs in what? Kakamega. Now, yes, so you can look at housing. Number two, how are you going to house these people? Okay, how are you going to house them? Is the solution to jenga maizi tall buildings? Is that really the solution? Okay, again, another issue, job opportunities, and this ties it with the national government. Sakaja, you can meet with Ruto and Ruto, hey, listen, fungua factory hapo Machakos, ama fungua factory, what's the neighboring county with Nairobi? Kiambu or Kikuyu, whatever county. Mention one county, okay? Fungua ka factory hapo, okay? So people don't have to all come try to live in Nairobi, because Nairobi seems to be the center of everything. My jobs, the main jobs, okay? Have an industry outside of Nairobi where people can, not everyone sees wanaona, mtu kigraduate uko Kisumu, kigraduate uko Kakamega, unasema mimi naenda city, uko ndio kuna job. There's a chance there. These are the things that you can do, okay? And also it plan the city kwa ina plan, okay? The drainage system, how you build houses. Si mtu anajenga kuna ka club hapa, bar iko hapa, the next week is a residential area, the next kuna no. Okay, there's usually, ukiona in these cities, big cities, again, this developed world that we call it, unapata residential area iko in one part of the city, alafu there's a huge park, okay? Then a mile or two from that, unapata ndio kuna the business district, okay, away from the residential area, okay? Alafu pia unapata a few miles from that, unapata sign industrial area, pale kuna mafacto, mafactory pale watu wanafanya. This is what we call city planning, okay? So you have to sit down and think about that. Usisimame tu unaanza kuambia watu hapa ati I'll be building high rises, hizi tall buildings, ati kwa sababu you're arguing like Sonko. Sonko was being asked ati how will you take care of the traffic congestion in Nairobi. How will you deal with it? And Nani Sonko told us that he will build a long, tall parking lot, Apo Uhuru Park. And that's the same reason Sakaja is telling us. What wameja Nairobi, so let's build some high rise. That's the solution. The only way is to go up. What are you talking about, Sakaja? Sakaja, call me. I can give you advice. Hey, I need to get paid. Hata mimi pia nataka hiyo pesa ya serikali. Nipigie. Let me read Mr. I'm joking. I don't want me pesa ya serikali ambayo imepatwa kwa njia no. But if you pay me to do something for the people, I'll do it. But Sakaja, I'm not looking for a job. No, I'm good where I'm at. I'm sorry. Thank you. But free advice, unsolicited advice, okay? Think along those lines. In fact, tembea, enda ka benchmark. Wacha kwenda South Africa kwenda kukunywa huko na kutafuta madem. Go there, learn how these countries do their things, different things, and you can import those ideas and implement them. You are the governor of Nairobi. Nairobi is a big deal, okay? Instead of asking the president to upgrade the rural areas and reopening local factories to keep youths away from relocating to the big city, Mr. Dimple is thinking of creating a Nairobi with yes. I don't know what it okay. No, US does not have high-speed trains. Only Amtrak trains. Yes, you're right. US does not have high speed. They don't have the bullet train. They only have Amtrak and those subways, the one within the cities. Amtrak is more from state to state. They are like a national train thing, you know. Ukitaka kwenda one state to state, they operate that. But within the city, you have the subway system, which are underground and all that stuff. In the big major cities, Atlanta has it, Washington, D.C., New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, the main cities, LA. You get the drift. Yeah. So I agree with you. So that's what I'm saying. Sakaja, these problems that you're facing, Sakaja, they're interrelated. You have to work with the national government, but you have to have a plan. Sakaja, you have to have a plan. You're a governor, for crying out loud. You have to have a plan. Wezi kusimama hapo tuambia ati the solution is to be come on, Saka, you can do better. I mean, I was expecting maybe to hear that from Sonko, because Sonko, I mean, ni mtu wetu, but we understand he's limited intellectually. He's not there. But Sakaja, I thought you were like kind of better than that. You many let down, bwana. Ay! Tafadhali, Sakaja. Sifuna, where are you? Sikayo. Sifuna is coming for you. Utaona. They will come for you. In fact, I'm waiting. By kesho, utaona Sifuna ametoka na video. Sakaja needs to do something. Blah, 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 blah. Sifuna has been listening to my ninio. Niliwambia washikane na Okiya Omtata. You see, ameshikana na Okiya Omtata. And he's growing in stature. Sifuna is growing. Sifuna, I need consultation fee. I'm very expensive. Sifuna, nipigie simu, sitaki mchezo. Nakuja kwa hii channel. I know you are watching. Niliambia Babu Owino akuje nimpatie consultation. Babu Owino amekataa. Now look at Babu Owino. Anapigana na Joho. I'll get to Joho too. Joho wants to take ODM. Mi nawapatia advice for free. Na nataka unaona, go look at my old videos. I've been talking about Sifuna. I said about Sifuna. And then mkaangalia video. Sifuna listened to my videos, akashikana na Okiya Omtata, na he's tackling things vile inaendelea, and he's growing in stature. So Sifuna, kudos, endelea na kazi nzuri. The only gripe I have with you, Sifuna, is you are in the wrong party. I'm not saying go to Kenya Kwanza, because Kenya Kwanza is just as hopeless. I'm saying go independent. Sifuna, enda independent. Go independent na Kenya na kupigia kura, whatever you want to. Hata ukitaka presidency 2027, Sifuna tuko nyuma yako. Ukienda independent. Yeah. Enda independent. Be bold. Watu wakiona you have a history of standing with people. And don't be fooled that it's you ati kwa sababu zile arguments ati you're a good debater because you're debating wakina Mungatana. Listen. The Mungatanas, they cannot debate. You know, you cannot debate when you don't have facts. Na ukweli. The ground is different from what you're telling us. No. It's not hard to debate those people because they can't defend the mess up that this Kenya Kwanza government is mess up. So you're obviously going to chew them, have them for lunch in a debate. So I can't rate you as a great debater yet, just because you're debating Mungatana and what's that guy, that young dude that you are, that's not where I don't measure a politician by those debates. I know most Kenyans are like, hey, Sifuna has maliza the Kenya Kwanza people. Yeah, anyone can maliza the Kenya Kwanza people because the policies that this Kenya Kwanza government are implementing are just disastrous. Okay? Everything is not working, basically. Most things are not working. Not say everything. But, so debating somebody like that it's an easy win, But I'm saying your actions, that's why I gave you brownie points because I saw you putting your foot on Sakaja's neck. You came up with that little snippet, documentary of how you're exposing the Ninio about the food program in Nairobi. Okay, things like that. alafu you announced, you always stood up. Kama uli stand up vile that vote against affordable housing, that vote against the finance bill. You showed up. Not like the other ODM and Kenya Kwanza people who didn't show up. You showed up. Okay? And you were very vocal voting against that bill. And you are working with Okiya Mtata, which I said, if you want to grow in stature, please let people see your track record. Shikana na Okiya Mtata. Okiya Mtata will be rated higher right now because he has a history of actually fighting for the interest of the wananchi. Okay? So you are on the right track. Be your own man. As long as you associate yourself with the ODM and those thugs in ODM, you're not going anywhere. Yeah, utapata utaka hapo nini, but we won't trust you. We like every sentence you're saying, Baba, 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 you have to evoke Baba's name every sentence. You look like a follower. You're not your own person. That's the difference between you and Babu Owino. Babu Owino is a celebrity. Yes, he has all you, whatever. But what's besides that? What? Because Baba said, okay, Babu ndio sasa simame hapa, he has charisma. Okay, let's see him in debates. Let's see him fighting for Ninio. See ati Embakasi East Kichomeka ndiye show up. I mean, that's the least he can do. What else can he do? We want to see more. Being a celebrity is not enough. What is your track record, Babu Owino, for fighting for the rights of people? Yes, we know you've been piga makelele huko kwa campus, you nini, tialala tilbibi, what's beyond that? That's what we're saying. I see Nani Sifuna, he's building himself the right way. Shikanisha watu huko kwa ninio, niliona ukiuliza Murkomen maswali makali huko kwa ninio. That's the way to go. You win brownie points with the people like that. Continue that. Na usifanye hivyo just for the sake of it, alafu ukiingia huko unaanza kufanya mambo yako, because people will smell that very quickly. So you're in the right track. Ndio maana watu wakiargue hapo who should take over ODM. Personally, I don't care. ODM is a poison chalice. Achana nayo. Toka ukwe independent, and guess what? Sifuna, you'll grow, and watu watakupigia kura, because everyone is tired with Kenya Kwanza. Everyone is tired of ODM. It's a whole big, long con game that people don't want. So kudos. Anyway, that's what I'm saying. Sakaja, wewe, if I was to advise you, smell the coffee quickly. Araka sana. You don't. Ngoja kidogo. I'm here for what? You don't have to be a genius. You don't have to be a smart person to become to be a leader or to be a governor or the president for that matter. Okay? Kama uko na integrity and you have an idea of what you want to accomplish, you have a plan, okay, and you're honest and you're upright and you're very upfront with people, unaambia what the deal is, what the plan is, and what you're trying to accomplish, and you follow through what you said you are going to do, that's it. People will back you up. Huh? What went wrong with Ruto? Ruto alikuwa anatupromise vitu hivi. Akafika hapo, then what? He started reneging on everything he said he was going to do. And anapitisha everything that we don't want, anapitisha. But I understand, because Ruto is taking his orders from Washington, D.C. and Buckingham Palace. Okay? So I understand that. But that's not, I'm not giving him a pass, because you can say no to them, to the IMF and World Bank. So he's not getting a pass. But I understand why he's doing what he's doing. Okay? So I'm saying you don't have to be a genius to be a great leader. Some of these great leaders in the history, they were not geniuses. They were not. They were just upfront. They knew what they wanted to accomplish, and they looked out for the interest of the wananchi. Sakaja, you don't have to be a genius. You don't have to. I know you don't have a degree. That's not, to me, that's not even a fight. Having a degree is not a big deal to me. Okay? Having not, kama hauna degree, it's okay. But as somebody who is in a leadership role, you can use wisdom. Ndio maana Biblia inasema wisdom is better than silver and gold. Not corrupt wisdom. Wisdom ya Mungu. All you have to do, Sakaja, ndio nimekwambia, kaa chini. Now you're a governor. We kaa chini, take a step back. How can I revolutionize Nairobi? But if you're already corrupt, then you're doomed. There's nothing you can do, because there's the allegation that Nairobi pesa mingi zimeibiwa, so you can't redeem yourself unless uanze kurudisha hiyo pesa na uanze kusema hivi. If you can account for it, then that's okay. But if you already stole, my friend, we iba, umalize kama kidero na uende. And hopefully uombe the next president does not prosecute you, ama you don't get prosecuted. We know how it goes in Kenya. But I'm telling you, if you don't have to have a neo, unakaa chini, you look at the plan, you see how other countries have done it, and a Norway, and a neo benchmark. It's not rocket science, okay? Things can work, inaweza kuwork. But hii kupiga picha hapo na Kelly sijui nini. Anyway, whatever, enough of Sakaja, Nairobi and all that. Let's read from my friend here, Mary, saying, time for all politicians to run as independents, no more party affiliations. See how quickly Baba dumped his so-called national party for Canaan. A dangling carrot offered to him as AU chair. Absolutely. Absolutely. These political parties these are rackets. It's a racket of making money. Money. Pesa. Plata. Yeah? They are useless. People make money off that because government is nakulipa. I've been arguing this. I'm not saying people should not have national parties. But I mean, political parties. You can have political parties, but the government should not pay you for having a political party. That's number one. It's a huge business. Let the party members raise money by themselves. Other countries do it. Unafungua chama chako na the people who want to be members, they contribute. Watu ambao wana support ninio yenu, manifesto yenu, na your political philosophy, watachangia hiyo party. Lakini si ati mtu anaanza party yake alafu gava inakupatia pesa. Alafu sijui watu in order to be nominated unaleta 1.5 million. No, we can't operate like that. But it's going to take a leader who will stand up firm. I'm telling you, a leader who can revolution Kenya, mpaka awe a leader who is very strong. He has to be a true man of God. Wacha niwaseme tu hivyo. Because you cannot be somebody who is mtu kwa kawaida na no. You have to be strong. You utakuwa una fight our makatel, our watu wanaiba, and this most of the people. You know what's funny? Let me tell you something funny. In my whole journey of studying politics, just like as a layman, I've noticed that the highest political decision makers, even the powers behind these political outfits worldwide, are involved in some occult activities. Occult. Not all of them, but majority of them. Occult. Ushetani. So you have to be somebody who is pure and stands firm. Okay? Anyway, that's a topic for another day. Let's get to the second issue that I wanted to talk about. We've talked about Nairobi floods. I just mentioned briefly about what's happening. People should be questioning. Sifuna, if you're watching, again, Sifuna, I'm your advisor. Come on here, I'll interview you. Sifuna, ita Sakaja ajibu maswali. You are doing oversight in Nairobi. Wewe ni senator. Ita Sakaja. Muulize. Ile pesa tuliwapatia flood imeenda wapi ya kununua zile mafloats na zile vitu. Uliza maswali. What went wrong? Ita Murkomen. It's a high time. Murkomen should be anafaa kutoka hiyo kazi. Murkomen doesn't know what he's doing. Accidents are happening Guku left, right and center. He doesn't have an answer. Nakumicha sijui nini. The doctors are on strike. What is going on? Kenya Kwanza. What? What is going on? Seriously. Come on, senators. Who is holding these people accountable? Ruto. What? I'm coming to you. I will talk about this Kenya Kwanza government in my next live. We want to chambua. We want to grade them. Every ministry. That will be my next live. I will do it next week, not today. Next week, we are going to grade every ministry of this Kenya Kwanza government and grade Ruto accordingly for the past 18 months that he's been in government. Munanisikia? We shall do that. Then we shall also grade the opposition, starting from Raila Odinga going down, and grade them. I can tell you for now, all of them has F plus so far, without even looking at Neo. But we shall do that. I want to take one live and grade every ministry of this country. And I want people to come here and help me. If there's something good that this government has done, please come on and tell me what they have done. I'm not saying that everything that they have done is wrong, but I'm saying I would like you to defend them if you have evidence of them doing something right. I am fair-minded. I won't come here and just say to bash Ruto because it's fashionable. Everybody's saying Ruto and his government is failed. No. If you feel like there's some things that they have done that is wonderful, that will benefit the Kenyan people, kuja. Nitakuwekea nini hapo. I'll do that next Tuesday. Next Tuesday. I'll do that next Tuesday. See ile Tuesday ya kesho, ile Tuesday ingine. Or the Kenya Kwanza government. I will grade them. I will grade them. Hopefully you guys will be here. So that's why you need to subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, Sifuna, kuja hapa. Sifuna, Omwami, Edwin, Sifuna. I'm not playing with you. You all be. Nimekupatia ma-advice mingi sana. Wewe. Babu Owino, I'm going to help you last time. Babu Owino, if you're watching this. Babu Owino, I'm going to offer you advice. Na ukikata ongele Paul, you will not be governor. You will not. I'm telling you, you will not. Mimi nakupatia bure. Kuja kwa hii channel. Nitakuwekea dinio next week. Kuja. Help me grade this dinio. Na mimi pia nitakuuliza maswali hata wewe. I'm telling you, I'm giving you people advice. Advice ya bure. Ya bure. Anyway, let's get to Raila Odinga and his dinio. Kuna mama Msomali amesema hata yeye pia anakimbilia hii kiti ya AU. Amesema hata yeye pia tosha. Okay? So let's go and let's just look at what she said, what she's up to before we lose our heads, okay? All right. I want to read this. Let's see if I have this. Do I have this? Yeah, I have the article here. Let me read this article. Mko ready lakini? Mko ready? Haya basi. Wacha nione like hapo. Wekeni like hapo ndio nijue watu wanaendelea wananisikia hapo na wanafuatilia. And please join me in grading this government next week, Tuesday. I'll do it on Tuesday because I'll be very busy between this week. I'll be so caught up in everything that's everything. But anyway, let's read about Raila Odinga. And apparently there's this lady from Somalia ambayo anataka kuleta mushkir katika hii ninio ya Raila kujaribu kutapata hiyo kiti cha AUC. Aya, mnasoma hapo. What's going on? No. All right, so here it is. This was from kenyanews.k. Somali unveils new strategy to stop Raila's march to AU job. Mnasoma hapo. Can you guys see it? All right. We'll try to read it real quick. I haven't read the article. Hopefully it's not long because I don't have all day. I do not have all day, sir. But anyway, we shall try to read it. It's not long, actually. It's really readable. All right, so 20. On Saturday, March 23rd, the Federal Republic of Somalia gave the clearest indication that it will not recall Fauzia Yusuf Adam from the African Union Commission chairperson race. This was after Prime Minister Hamza Abdi Bahare appointed an 8-member team that will develop a formula and lobby for Fauzia to defeat Azimio leader Raila Odinga, who is eyeing the same position. Okay? Mnanisikia vizuri? Aya. Naendelea. Mnanisikia vizuri? Aya, wacha niendelee. Dang it. Where did I lose that in me? Okay, iko hapa hivi. Can you guys see the article? Do you see the article? All right, yes. I'm on the right page. All right, let's go. Let me finish reading it very quickly so we can go on and do our thing. In that regard, the team is made of 2 special envoys and 6 organizing committee members drawn from high-ranking government institutions. The Prime Minister saw the need to appoint a special envoy in charge of the election campaign for the chairperson of the African Union Commission 2025-2028, which will be represented by MP Fauzia Yusuf SX Adam in Somalia. Bare explained why the nation was not backing down, okay? The 2 members who were appointed as special envoys were Daoud Ahwez Jama, Minister of Information, Culture and Tourism, and Ismail Jimale Alasso, okay? The 2 envoys are in charge of the relationship between the governments of the need for support while carrying out the duties assigned to the Election Campaign Committee for the chairperson of the African Union Commission. It was explained, okay? On the other hand, members of the Ministerial Committee to organize the election campaign of the AUC include Bihi Sige, Daoud Ahwe Jama, Abdulrassah Omar Mohammed, Abdullahi Ahmed Jama, Abdisalan Abdi Ali, and Ali Mohammed Omar. The Prime Minister announced that Somalia had seen the importance of participating in the race, necessitating the appointments. Additionally, Barry remarked that he has considered the importance of AUC and strengthening the role of the government of Somalia and the national and regional organizations that are part of African Union. The members of the above-mentioned committee are instructed to speed up the assigned task as soon as possible and bring them to completion, it was directed. Hours after Somalia had announced their strategy, Kenya's Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi regretted that members of Kenya Kwanza and Orange Democratic Movement were likely to cost Raila Odinga the post. Please, let us take the issue of the AUC chairmanship more seriously than we are taking it. It is in our national interest. That is my plea to you, he warned the politicians. Raila candidature has been supported by leaders from all political divides in the country. Okay, blah, 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 blah. We're not going to do the rest of it. So, in short form, okay, Somalian Prime Minister is coming up with a strategy. He has his committee straightened up, conjured up. They are ready to have their own diplomatic blitz where they'll travel across Africa and they will support Miss, is it Fauza or something, Fauza? Okay. So they're not backing down to Raila Odinga. They're not saying, okay, we also have our candidate. I'm yet to look at her credentials. I think she's very educated. I think I read it somewhere else. She has a master's or something like that. I will check it. I won't do it right now, but because of time and everything. But I'm just saying, Musalia Mudavadi's the Neo pronouncements are kind of troubling. Troubling because if you remember, mmesoma hiyo vile kitu Musalia Mudavadi amesema. It's as if he's doubting if Raila will get that your kitty. Because remember, let me highlight one more time. Let me read the Musalia Mudavadi part where what he say. Hours after Somalia had announced their strategy, Kenya's Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi regretted that members of Kenya Kwanza and ODM, Orange Democratic Movement, were likely to cost Raila Odinga the post. This is what he said. Please let us take this issue of AUC chairmanship more seriously than we are taking it. It is in our own national interest. That is my plea to you. Okay? So Musalia Mudavadi anasema ati members of the Kenya Kwanza and the ODM will cost Raila this position. They will cost Raila that seat. But my question is this: if he thinks that, what makes him think that ODM and Kenya Kwanza will cost Raila that seat? What is informing that opinion? Why does he think that Kenya Kwanza and ODM will cost Raila that seat? Last time I checked, I don't think they'll be involved in voting for that seat. Okay? So far, the president has shown that he will help him through Musalia Mudavadi and others, and friends of Raila Odinga or friends of Baba or something like that. They are, shuttling everywhere in Africa trying to get support for. Remember, Baba needs 75%, 2/3 of the votes, whatever the case is, okay, to get that new. So it's a daunting task, which Raila has to. My camera is kind of acting up. Sorry, guys. Okay, it's better. Come on. All right, good. Yeah. So what I'm saying is this. For Musalia Mudavadi to actually mention that, maybe he knows something that we don't know. But again, for that lady to stand up, especially being part of the Eastern Bloc of Africa, it is a huge challenge to Raila Odinga because, I know Raila Odinga, what's his name? The Rwandese president said that he'll support Raila. Museveni seems to be in the box. I don't know about Suluhu. Suluhu, technically South Africa, technically Tanzania is is considered to be the southern bloc of Africa because they are part of the SADC, whatever, South African Democratic, whatever, something, Congress or some shit. Oh, sorry, I'm cussing. Blah. But anyway, Suluhu maybe in the box. The South African president might be on the block. But here's the problem. We have North Africa, the Francophone nations, North Africans, the Warabu. We never know. So this thing is too early to tell. I don't know if Raila is going to get it. Is going to get it, especially with this lady from Somalia. I have to look. You know what? I might look at. Can I check? Let me check her credentials. Let me check her credentials. Since I have a few minutes here, I'll check that lady's credentials, then juxtapose it to Raila's credentials. Amaniaji. Okay, let's do that really quickly. I have about 10 minutes. But like the video. Like the video right now. Like it. Kama haujaninio, kama hauja subscribe, I don't know what to do with you. I don't know what to do with you. Kama hauja subscribe. Kama hauja subscribe, I don't know what to do with you. Kama unaniangalia kwa X, enda kwa Facebook. I mean, not Facebook. Go to YouTube na jina yangu ndio hiyo Kenya Revolutionary. Subscribe immediately. Let's look at this lady's ninio. This lady's ninio. Anaitwa nani? Let me know. Fauza. Let me see. Okay, let's see. Let's Google her real quick. Let's see who she is. Her name is, let me see. Her name is, I just saw her name here. Ayawa. Represented by Social Effort. What's her name? Somalia Bari. Chairperson of Africa 22, represented by MP Yusuf Adam Max. This is silly. I can't even find her name. All right, just give me a second, guys. I'm just trying to find out her name, her full name, so I can Google her. Then we can see her ninio, her qualifications. I want to see her education because I think she's. I think I read somewhere that she has. Is it a PhD or something like that? She's highly educated, actually. But let me see. Let's just see here. Prime Minister campaign to envoys. What's the name? Prime Minister update. Saturday Federal Republic Section. Fauzia Yusuf Adam. All right. Her name is Fauza Yusuf Adam. Okay. Mko na Google hapo. Mtu andike Fauza Yusuf Adam. Fauza Yusuf Adam. She's the foreign minister. Okay, now on the foreign. Okay, I see she's the deputy prime minister of previous offices was deputy prime minister of Somalia in 2012 to 2014. All right, let me just go ahead and check out. I'll put it on the screen so we can see what her education is, okay? Are you guys ready? Huyu ni mwanamke wa kutoka Somali. Very, very our Somalian sister. Okay? So she was, it doesn't say anything about her education here. Let me see. She's born in Hargeisa, Somalia. She was actually no, she was not a prime minister. She was deputy prime minister of Somalia. Okay. End time, presidential election, references. I want to see her education. That's what I want to do. Career. Let's see. Okay. Ngojeni kidogo. I'm almost done, ladies and gentlemen. We want to see how educated this lady is. I'm about to, like the video, ladies and gentlemen. I'm about to give you Adam Somali, the only female. Yes. She has held huge big positions from the look of things. I'm looking at it right there. So she's a formidable Ninio. She's a formidable candidate for Raila Odinga. Raila Odinga will she says, I'm a daughter of a freedom fighter. Hey, nakwambia hapa mambo nini? Mambo piach. Feminists against patriarchy. Mama. Niwaeleze, mnataka kuona? Develop she has some. Okay. All right, so do you guys want to see that in your? Let me just play the. Let me show you the page that I'm looking at so we can know what we're talking about, because I know you guys are wondering what are you looking at. Okay, let me just share the page so we can read it. Chap to see Kaya Sana. Okay, this is the candidate who will be running against Raila Odinga. Her name is Fauzia Yusuf Adam, became Somalia's only female presidential candidate. Speaking to be the first female foreign minister by deputy. Okay, so here she is. As you can see, can you guys see it on the screen? Okay, that's her. I'm just gonna scroll real quick and see where she says whatever. So, Fauzia Yusuf Adam entered the pages of Somalia political history as a woman who broke the political glass ceiling. Her aim is to go down in history as a striking political figure who became Somalia's first female president. Okay. So here's what she says. I know the problems that we're having. I know all of them. I know where to start to solve them. I think a woman like me who experience can lead this country precisely, Adam told TRT. Okay. As a daughter of a diplomat father, Adam got exposed to politics way back in her childhood. Her father, Yusuf Haji Adam, was the first diplomat to represent Somalia in the Arab world, paving the way for her. So you know what's funny though? Okay, so since Somalia is kind of fall under the Arab side of Africa, so that's the challenge that Raila will face, because most Warabu will probably go with her because Somali, they kind of associate themselves with the Arab part of Africa. Okay, because of course, if it comes down to it, we'll say Muni mtoto wetu. That's why you see they have that commission that will be in here. So the Arab side of Africa, North Africa, that is, whether it's Tunisia, Algeria, Morocco, Somalia, of course, Djibouti, Ethiopia. Well, Ethiopia maybe not. I don't know, depending on how they're political. Yes, Ethiopia, Somalia, of course. Who else? Especially the Islamic part. Then you go to West Africa. They might go for her because, like you say, Somalia has always been part of the Arab part of Africa, the North Africa. We call it North Africa, but they are the Arab part of Africa. Okay, so that's the advantage she has. So it's kind of a chess game right now. You like as I mentioned. Raila might have the Eastern Bloc. Okay, as we have said, Raila has the blessings of Kagame, Museveni, Kenya, of course, the hosting nation, probably Suluhu. Okay, then South Africa with the Zuma and the gang. Okay, that's about it for now. Okay, now the Somalia lady, and that's why probably she didn't drop, and that's probably why she did not drop from this race, because she's looking at it like this chessboard, I can clear it. Because if you go to the Francophone nations, the French-speaking African colonized nations, she has a chance, because these French-speaking nations, most of them on the West Africa, they have a huge number of Islamic faith followers. Okay. This lady, of course, she's from Somalia. She's a Muslim by the name. And if she's not, that can also, it's not a big deal. But I'm just saying, being from Somalia is considered as part of the Arabic bloc of Africa, which is North Africa, as I've mentioned. Let's mention these countries, okay? Morocco, Algeria, Tunisia. What's the other one? Okay, Niger, probably. Well, Niger are out of it. Sorry, let me take that out. Niger, the Sahel nation are out of it. They're not part of the AUC. But let's go. Okay, Somalia, Ethiopia, Djibouti. Okay, then you go to the West Africa. Since the West Africa has a great influence, a huge influence. I know Obasanjo might play whatever, but it's not guaranteed. Actually, Tinubu is a Western puppet. He'll vote for Raila. Okay. But anyway, let's go to the other Western countries, Francophones, who are mostly Muslims in faith nations. Okay, so you can see like Cameroon is kind of half. Okay, so you can go to Cameroon, you can go to Ivory Coast. Who else? Name it. I'm not Burkina Faso is out of it. Ghana might go to Raila. Anyway, the whole point is this. She has a good chance. If you look at the chessboard, she has a very good chance. It's how aggressive It all depends on how aggressive her campaign is. Okay, I wanted to look at the education history. I can't really find it. Let's see. Even Wikipedia is not showing me. Fauzia. Oh, let's see. It doesn't show really her, Oh, I just want to see her education, in your background to see how, I can see her Twitter page over here. She has worked in really, amefanya kazi kubwa, like diplomatic, huge diplomatic positions that she has worked in. So that might be a plus. Raila's biggest was working as the head of the infrastructural staff of AU. It was an appointed position. He wasn't voted. So that's Raila's biggest, strongest suit. Okay, when she's going against this, when she's going, if you put that side to side with Raila, but this lady, she has some. Her CV looks okay. Okay, her CV is up there. This lady is. She's somebody, especially for somebody who was a deputy prime minister. Of course, Raila also was prime minister, but she's up there with Raila. I mean, the education part is what will divide them. I'm trying to find it. If I can't find it, I'll just wrap this up right now because I've been here for an hour. But anyway, let me just find last part of it. She has an interview actually on YouTube. It's a 10-minute interview. I don't know. I'm not going to play it right now because we are running out of time, but we are going to read this. This is the last one. I'm going to try. Here is Somalia Front's ex-minister for AU chairperson. And one advantage that she might have is the fact that she's a woman. Okay, I don't think in the history they've had a woman run for this chair. And if you can remember, there was a motion that was actually voted down when people were arguing whether they should make it. They should vote the next one to be a woman. Remember that? So this might play into it. She's highly qualified. The position have never been held by a woman. So that might play to have advantage. And then I said, the French, the Francophone nations who are, the Arab nations of Africa might sympathize with her for this, for that reason. And I think that's the calculation he made with her team that the prime minister assembled, and they say, you know what, we have a chance. We do have a chance. Anyway, I can find her education stuff, but I will do my homework. I didn't plan on looking for that stuff, but anyway. Okay, Adam should become the only second female head of the AUC South Africa's Nkosazuma. Okay, yeah. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, all I want to say is that it's not done deal. Raila has actually a formidable opponent, so it's not going to be easy as some of us want to make. You can hear. That's why I read you the sentence from the piece from Musalia Mudavadi. Well, Musalia Mudavadi is telling us, hey, listen, you guys will cost Raila Odinga if you keep on piga makelele, because he kind of smells like this thing is not under wraps. Okay, it's not guaranteed that Raila is going to get this AUC chairperson position, because he knows, especially now that the Prime Minister of Somalia has put in a group to help this lady. And I told you, the Islamic-speaking nations, the North Africa, will go for this lady. And some people might sympathize with her for the fact that she's a lady. If you listen to that interview, I didn't read the whole thing. She was talking about how she broke the glass ceiling of female leaders, and she's fighting against the patriarchal nature of African leadership. She's going, the female that's going against men. So some people might sympathize with her for that fact, for somebody who has been a woman, especially from Somalia. Somalia is not really influential as far as in Africa is concerned, but for somebody to come out from that and a history in peacemaking missions in different parts of Africa and internationally, she has the CV that can actually get her elected. So Raila, watch out. It's not done deal. All right. Now, the implications of what might happen if Raila doesn't get the AUC job, that is something we can discuss next time. But that will be something interesting, because if Raila comes back to Kenya without that AUC chairperson position, In February, tutarudi maandamano. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, friends, and Mr. Comrades, it's been a wonderful 1 hour. I hope you learned something. Sifuna, if you're watching this, reach out to me. We need to consultation fee nataka. Babu Wino, come on, I'll consult you. You politicians, you need my consultation. Minta was idea. We are going to help Kenya. We are going to help Kenya. Call me. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please. My name is Kenya Revolutionary. Just go to YouTube, the way you see it on the screen right here, Kenya Revolutionary. If you want to follow me on Twitter, that's it. The same thing. You can see it on the screen. Subscribe to my channel. Subscribe, like, share, and comment. Say something. And next time, like I say, I might be next tomorrow. When is tomorrow? So, yeah, tomorrow I might come in. But next Tuesday, not tomorrow, the next Tuesday, we shall grade Kenya Kwanza ministries, ministry by ministry. Tunaenda line by line. What have they accomplished? Because we have to hold these people accountable. We cannot have money disappearing. Fertilizer, wanasema ni fertilizer, kumbe mmetumiwa maram. Mnafungua ninio hivi, alafu mnaona maram atini fertilizer. Where did that go? Okay? These are the questions. We have to have an active citizenry. Ask questions. Educate yourself. Ask these representatives questions. If they're not doing your job, let's recall them. It's been 18 months. You know what? You know what the Constitution say about these MPs and senators? Okay, you know what the law says? Go to Election Act Section 45. It says you can recall this. You cannot recall them unless it's past 18 months after the election or 18 months before the next election. So we are in that window where you can recall these senators and MPs. So this is the time to actually ask questions. And if they don't have satisfactory answers, we can start the process of impeaching them. Hallelujah. Please go ahead. Subscribe to my channel. Like, share, comment. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, friends, it's your boy, Kenya Revolutionary. I would like to rebel salute everyone who has watched. Mary Wilborn. Wilborn, thank you very much. Let me read your sentence, what you're saying right here. You're saying, if Raila doesn't clinch the AU seat and returns to Kenya, mtaenda maandamano. Yes, tutarudi mambo ya bei ya unga. You know, he's not thinking about bei ya unga right now. You saw him on a private jet. Did you see that? He was, alikuwa na chill na zile maninio, hey, right? Boss, tunaenjoy your unga. Nyinyi mlienda mkapigania unga, bei ya maisha, bei ya unga, whatever the case is. I don't want to cuss anymore. And the guy who was telling you to come out, mupiganie the cost of living, is on a private jet, 30,000 feet above sea level, enjoying music after people have died over what? And the cost of living hasn't gone down. Think. It doesn't matter. It's time for us to shift the way we think. Stop voting for somebody because he's from your tribe. Stop voting for somebody because he's promising you heaven. Okay? Stop voting for these politicians who historically have conned us. Stop it. Share, like, subscribe, comment. I will talk to you guys later. Thank you very much, Mary Wilborn, for your participation. Again, guys, subscribe. I'll be here tomorrow. If I'm not here tomorrow, you'll see me next Tuesday so we can go through Kenya Kwanza accomplishments, okay? Thank you very much for watching. It's been an hour, 8 minutes and 30 seconds and going. I am out, and I thank you so much. I'll see you guys later. Thank you. Peace and blessings. Amaniaji. Sawa, tutaonana baadaye.